Hello everyone, Richardson here, and this is an emotional one, so yeah, let's get started, shall we? And this starts off with an email to Matthias Reads from Joseph Santiago. Subject: I need some help finding a file. Hey Matt, so I did a bit of digging. I think I found what you were looking for. I'll warn you now, you may not like what you see. Item number SCP-6988. Restriction level, Level 2, Restricted. Containment class, Neutralized. Special containment procedures. As of the 5th of the 21st, 2011, SCP-6988 has been neutralized. The remains of SCP-6988 have been safely disposed of. Containment is unnecessary. Archived Special Containment Procedures. SCP-6988 is to be contained in a standard humanoid containment cell at Site-88. Under no circumstance should personnel entering the cell have any skin exposed. Protective suits are available outside of this cell if needed. Description: SCP-6988 is a human male approximately 39 years old, formerly known as Daniel Reads. It is 186 centimeters in height and 86 kilograms. Making direct physical contact with SCP-6988 will result in instantaneous brain death for human subjects. This typically happens instantaneously upon contact. In cases where brain death does not occur immediately, subjects show signs of severe anxiety and distress. SCP-6988 has claimed to have complete omniscience. Omniscience is a state of knowing everything. Currently, it is unconfirmed if this statement is true, although it has demonstrated extensive knowledge in many subjects, including certain events and information yet to be disclosed to it. SCP-6988 has also shown a complete immunity to amnestics, with Class A, Class B and Class C amnestics being applied to the subject without any loss in memory. Addendum 1. Discovery. SCP-6988 was discovered by Dr. Nora Reads on the 5th of the 13th, 2011, following a phone call originating from
Classified,
Alabama. SCP-6988 and 4 other individuals were declared missing 3 days before this event. Phone call log. Begin log. Hello? This is Nora, right? Daniel, are you okay? Where have you been? I'm fine. I'm at...
classified,
I was kidnapped. Some other people were taken with me. They didn't make it. Kidnapped? Who the hell took you? I'm not sure. It's all so overwhelming. I can't focus. I just know that you cannot touch me. What are you talking about? Those people, the ones who took me, when they touched me, they died on the spot. Oh, I see. I'll send someone to help you. Just stay where you are. Thank you. An extended pause. Daniel, this is the phone in my office. SCP-6988 stays silent. How did you get this number? I'm not sure. SCP-6988 was retrieved and contained shortly after this. Addendum 2. Interviews. Interview log. 6988-1. Interviewed. SCP-6988. Interviewer, Dr. Reads. Forward. Interview was conducted 6 hours after the recovery of SCP-6988. Begin log. Good evening, SCP-6988. Good evening, Nora. Call me Dr. Reads for now, okay? Fancy. Alright then. I'd like to ask you a few questions about what exactly happened a few days ago when you went missing. I see. What would you like to know? Everything you can tell me. Alright. At 7:22, a few days ago, 3 men snuck up behind me and injected me with something. Next thing I know, I wake up in some broken down building in the forest. It's all kind of a blur right now. I'm sorry. That's fine. What happened while you were in this building? The men who took me painted these symbols on me. My forehead, my chest, and my neck. They started chanting in some other language. A pause. And then I woke up. Everyone around me was dead. I see. Do you remember the symbols they placed on you? I can draw them for you if you'd like. Dr. Reeds hands SCP-6988 her pen and a sheet of paper, and SCP-6988 begins illustrating. Tell me how you're feeling right now. Physically, I'm fine. Mentally, I don't think I can describe it. It's hard to focus. I feel like I'm learning and forgetting new things every second. It's so hard to wrap my head around what's happening to me. SCP-6988 hands Dr. Reeds the sheet of paper. Thank you for your cooperation. That'll be all for now. End log. These are the illustrations of the markings placed on SCP-6988. Interview log. 6988-2. Interviewed. SCP-6988. Interviewer. Dr. Reeds. Forward. Interview conducted roughly 20 hours after interview 6988-1, with Dr. Webb observing behind one-way glass. Begin log. Good afternoon, Dan. SCP-6988. Can you describe what you're feeling right now? The worst migraine of my life. SCP-6988 sighs and leans back into his seat. I'm starting to understand what happened. What they did to me. Inform me. Sorry, it's a bit hard to focus with so many eyes on me. Dr. Webb, I'd appreciate if you stopped staring at me like that. How did you know he was there? How did you know his name? I'm not sure. I just knew. I've been feeling this ever since yesterday. I know things I didn't know a few seconds before. It's fucking terrifying. They both go silent. I know those men did this to me. Dr. Reed stays silent for a few minutes while writing notes. I see. So from my understanding, those men performed a kind of ritual. And this ritual is what made you the way you are now? I believe you're correct. And the effect that takes place when someone makes contact with you? It only started after the ritual was done. SCP-6988 sighs. May we cut this interview short for now, Nora? It's hard to focus right now. Alright, we'll continue later. End log. Closing statement. Shortly after this interview, SCP-6988 became completely unresponsive for 6 days. It is currently unknown why this occurred. Interview log 6988-3. Interviewed. SCP-6988. Interviewer Dr. Reeds. Forward. SCP-6988 was interviewed shortly after becoming responsive. SCP-6988 requested Dr. Reeds to conduct the interview and refused to cooperate with Dr. Webb. Begin log. Good morning, SCP-6988. SCP-6988 stares blankly. I'll just get to the point then. You've been uncooperative for the past 6 days. Why is this? I've allowed myself to be alone with my own thoughts. I needed to understand what was happening to me. I get it now. SCP-6988 points at Dr. Reed's notebook and pen. Dr. Reeds tears a page out and gives SCP-6988 the pen and paper. To put it simply, I am omniscient. SCP-6988 begins to write. When those people touched me, they became omniscient, just as I did. However, the human mind cannot handle the knowledge of a god. It simply shuts down. So what exactly makes you able to survive this? The ritual the men performed has made me the vessel for this knowledge. The one to spread knowledge to the people of the world. But it did not go the way they had planned. I believe the ones who died after making contact with me are fortunate. It feels like every second my knowledge grows. I'm starting to learn about things I wasn't meant to learn about. I can see the future, the past, and everything happening this very second. Every word being said, every action being done. It's all happening at once. I'm not able to stop it. It's also overwhelming. SCP-6988 places the pen down by Dr. Reed's hand. But through all of this, I figured something out. You can help me. SCP-6988 slides the paper towards Dr. Reed's. Dr. Reed's picks up and reads the paper. A few seconds of silence passes by. Do you understand, Nora? I understand. I want to go back home with you and live our normal lives again. I really do. But that won't ever happen. This can at least ease the pain for the both of us. End log. Addendum 3. Neutralization. Neutralization log. Begin log. Dr. Reeds walks through the entrance of SCP-6988's cell. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Nora. Are you ready? I believe so. And you remember the plan, yes? Yes. An extended pause. No one is around. We have a 5-minute window to complete this. Before that, are you absolutely sure about this? Is there no other way? This is unfortunately unavoidable. Would you like to take a seat? I'll stand. Dr. Reeds wipes tears from her eyes. I'm sorry. It's just a lot to take in. I understand. And what about Matthias? Will he be okay on his own? You know he's your child. The kid's resilient. Even then, he'll be in good hands. SCP-6988 briefly stares at Dr. Reed's watch. 4 minutes. I don't know if I'm ready for this. You don't have to worry. SCP-6988 stands up. After all, we'll be together afterward. Dr. Reeds pulls a handgun out from her coat and points it at SCP-6988's head. I'm so sorry you had to go through this. And I'm sorry that it has to end this way. This isn't your fault. There's no need for apologies, Nora. I consider this to be an act of mercy. Thank you. I love you so much, Daniel. I love you too, Nora. Oh my god. Oh god, fuck. Dr. Reeds begins to cry while pointing the gun to her head. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. End log. A note written by SCP-6988 was found inside of its containment chamber following SCP-6988's neutralization. By the time you're reading this, I'll be dead. Nora will have freed me. From back when those men made me another pawn in their game to now as I write these very words, with every second that passes, my awareness and knowledge grow. I have seen my end, and I have seen what will happen to me after my end. I have looked upon our creators, and I finally learned the nature of this twisted world we are all part of. I don't want anyone else to experience this. To those who are reading this, to those who have done this to me, to those who have done this to us. And then lastly we have an email. To Joseph Santiago, from Matthias Reeds. Subject: I need some help finding a file. Thanks, Joseph. That was a lot. I wasn't aware of any of this. I was told it was a workplace accident, and not whatever this was. Thanks for the file. I'll just need a little while to cope with all of this. Again, thank you very much. Wow. Just wow. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? I don't think
I've ever read such an emotional SCP as this one. Well, for me anyway. I don't know why it hit me so much. Anyway, goodbye. Hello everyone, Creepy Otter here. I am blown away by that SCP. And this SCP was made by MoreMuffins. I'll have their stuff in the description below. And thank you so much. It was a great SCP. A few things really. Go into my description for my Patreon if you want to support me more, and also my Twitter if you want to stay updated. I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.